I'm Marco Bracamontes, Marketing and Communications Manager at the World Affairs Council. Welcome to Internationally Speaking. And our next guest is Ms. Jennifer Day. She's the principal at the Wharton Dual Language School. Jennifer, welcome to Internationally Speaking.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
What is an International Spanish Academy?
So I'm the principal of Wharton Dual Language Academy, which is a public school in Houston. And in 2006, we learned about a program called it's an International Spanish Academy, which was very appealing to us because it is a collaboration between schools in the United States and North America, between the Department of Education of Spain, which promotes the value of being bilingual, biliterate and bicultural in Spanish and English. And so we entered into this collaboration, this partnership with the Department of Education. And through this collaboration, we have received many different supports, including for example, we've had a language and culture assistant who we've had one every year, except for during the pandemic, we didn't have one, but who is a young person who is a recent college graduate who comes and lives in the community of our school. Oftentimes they live with a family or they have an apartment that's close to the school, and they come to our school and work 20 hours a week. They share their culture and their language with the students on our campus. And then they also become integrated and learn about the methodology that we use and the pedagogy that we use in our schools, so that when they return to Spain, they also are bringing back with them strategies and ways to teach in a bilingual setting. So that's one thing. We also have, through the ISA, we have a priority as an ISA to interview and hire visiting teachers from Spain. So our district in the past, some years, every year, it's a little bit different. But so don't quote me on this, but so the visas are sponsored depending on the district where they come, where the teachers end up. But we have visiting teachers from Spain who help contribute to our school community. We also have received online resources, hard materials through the Rice University. There's a center of resources where we've also received support and help. We've also sent teachers to Spain in the summer, which has been a fantastic opportunity. They take a course, some of the courses depending on the path they choose.
Right.
So they get to take master's level education classes in Spanish. So that's been a wonderful asset and kind of professional development for our teachers. So it's a fantastic
partnership. It's a complete partnership.
Yes.
Between the Ministry of Education and your school.
Yes.
Now, how many of those schools are in the Houston area?
There are not very many. There are dual language schools. There are many dual language schools, but there are not very many international Spanish dual language programs that have the partnership with the Ministry of Education, the ISAs. So I want to say there's probably 6 total.
Correct.
So that's, not very many at all. And then I want to add something that's very special, is that at the end, so our school is unique in that we're pre-K to 8th grade. So at the end of 5th grade, which is the end of the, elementary experience, students receive a certificate signed by the Ministry of Education.
Yes.
And it's a special diploma. And then they also received one at the end of 8th grade. And in the past, we had an international baccalaureate at the high school level.
Correct.
And so if they continued the program throughout their education, they would receive a certificate indicating that they had participated in this program throughout their education, and that would then qualify them to apply to colleges and universities in Europe and around the world. So it's like a seal of approval and verification that this has been it's a highly rigorous academic education that they receive through the dual language program and the ESA that we have.
Now, how do you foster a global culture within your school?
Well, so, language is more than just words, and language is learning about the people and the place and the ways in which you speak the language.
Right.
So we live in a global society and know the value of having 2 languages or 3 or more. So because we had the dual language program, we explored the international baccalaureate program. So we were authorized and have the IB program now in our primary years. The 2 programs go hand in hand very well. So we have units of study. So the focus that we want our students to be internationally minded. And so when we're looking at problems like where we are in place in time, or who we are, or some of the Texas curriculum that we're asked to teach, we expand beyond. We ask the students, so if you're thinking about U.S. history and the Civil War, we expand that to conflict and compromise, like global conflict and compromise. So it's not just focusing on that one war, you're looking at it from all different perspectives. And we want our students to, and they are becoming critical thinking and they problem solving. So when they recognize there's a problem that we have in our community, well, does that problem exist in a larger community around the world? The problem of water, clean water. Our second graders are doing that now. So they study so it's a broader perspective that we bring into all of our lessons so that it helps students be able to relate better, to think about the world and where their place in it and how they can be contributing members of not only their own community, but the larger community.
A very similar goal to the World Affairs Council. We try to do that through our seminars and events. Now, do you know of any of those academies here in the Woodlands or close to the Woodlands?
Well, I know I have some friends who live here, and I do know that they have explored the dual language program opportunities. I'm not sure how many schools, but I believe they've begun some dual language programs. I can't speak more highly of it. It's a wonderful opportunity. We really believe that offering this program to our younger generation and having them start to learn a second language from the age of 4 or 5 is such a gift. It's a gift that, that will last them a lifetime, and it will help make the world a better place in the future. So that's, I'm here. I'm happy to reach out and or anybody wants to talk to me or follow up or come visit Wharton. We'd love to have them. We'd love to see more programs like ours around our community.
Absolutely. If somebody wants to enroll in one of these academies, what do they have to do?
So, well, my school is in Houston. So some schools, they have the dual language program is a neighborhood school. But my school is a magnet program, so they would have to apply through the magnet program. And it's a lottery.
Correct.
So, they don't have to qualify. It's just a lottery.
I'd like to mention the World Affairs Council is very active in the field of education. We have educational programs focused particularly to high school students, 14 and over. We recently held our international trivia contest called Academic World Quest. we had participation from 25 high schools. It was very exciting, very animated, and there was a lot of dynamic energy in the room. And I would say 2 of the top winners were from Montgomery County. It was very, very impressive to see these young kids talk about international affairs and to be interested in that field. So congratulations to Caney Creek, first place, and to Oak Ridge, third place. The high schools, participated. Now Caney Creek is representing the greater Houston area in the national contest in Washington, D.C. So this is just one example. Now we have an opportunity for high school students to participate in our summer camp. It's called Global Scholars Academy. It just takes 1 week, but please find more information in our website, www.wachouston.org. Thank you, Jennifer, for being with us, and we look forward to staying in touch and learn more about your students. What are the achievements, having this dual bilingual education and bicultural? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.